Now, the final award of the evening is the National Hunt Achievements Award, for which the Queen Mother's Silver Salver is awarded. It's given to a person who has given outstanding contribution to national hunt racing and breeding. And as the recipient of the award last year and a member of the National Hunt Committee, Brian Mayo is going to introduce this year's award winner. And I've got absolutely no doubt whatsoever that Brian is going to be on the other end of that line very shortly. And this, I know, is an award that is going to be very close to Brian's heart. Brian, of course, not only an esteemed committee member, but also board member of the TBA and responsible for many of the, or formulating the data that has gone to producing many of the great initiatives over the last decade for
Shut up.
fillies and mares. And I think I can hear him now. Brian, there you are.
It seems we're at home to Mr. Cocker, Nick.
Not at all. Not at all. That was smooth as silk.
Was it? Yes.
Relatively speaking, I can both see you and hear you, which is a double bonus. How are you going, Brian?
Going fine, Nick. I'm very pleased to present this award, but the first thing I want to do is a couple of thanks, please. The first is to thank you for your usual excellent presentation of this evening. You've been as good as ever. I'd almost think you did this for a living, the way I watch you.
Well, you're very generous, Brian, but it's a pleasure as always to do anything involved with the TBA National Hunt Committee and the small but passionate group of people who, for whatever reason, breed national hunt racehorses. But it gives us an enormous amount of pleasure.
The second person I want to thank is the guy that we've not seen tonight. He's behind the screen organising things. Hopefully he won't turn his career into being a TV producer after this. Rob Davey of the TBA, who has been driven stressed to high heaven for the last few weeks in trying to arrange this. And I think Rob has done a super job. I'm just disappointed he wasn't able to arrange for David Holmes to do his annual speech.
Yeah, we're still trying to connect. We've got time to get back to the Pitchall pair, but I mean, they may be digging it. They might actually be digging a wireless trench in the garden.
Yeah, the one relief I have is that I don't have to follow David Holmes.
Well, yeah, he might be following you. We'll see. I'm just getting Rob to confirm that. Now, the Queen Mother Silver Salver, Brian, we gave this to you last year up in Doncaster, and you are now not handing it over, but you are presenting this year's award, and it was very fitting that you were the person to give the citation. So take it away.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I wanted to say is that the one idea that Rob had that I was dubious about is that we should model this presentation on the old This Is Your Life show, where the presenter lured the recipient of the This Is Your Life story to the studio on some false pretext. And he had this idea that it would be a good thing to do, and I've been nervous about it, and I just hope he's arranged for the recipient of the award to be here tonight watching this. The Queen Mother Silver Salver has been won this year by a stud which has been one of the stalwarts of national hunt breeding in this country for over 25 years. It stood a champion British stallion, a multiple champion British stallion, Alflora. It stood two recent stallions which have sired Grade 1 winners, and it now stands three stallions which I believe, in my entirely objective opinion, are as good as any in Europe. It is therefore my immense pleasure to present the Queen Mother Silver Salver to two people, only one of whom was gullible enough to fall for the scheme I came up with, Peter and Emma Hockenhull.
Absolutely brilliantly done, Brian.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliantly done. Congratulations, Emma. Well done, Peter. Fantastic. And a thoroughly fitting award as well. In fact, I can't believe it's taken us this long to give you the Queen Mother Silver Salver. How are you both doing? How have you been?
I mean, I was totally surprised. I didn't know anything about this, and I was hoodwinked into thinking it was nothing to do. You know, I was come here for an evening meal, so I'm a bit overwhelmed actually. My mother and father won this a long time ago, and it's quite an emotional thing. It means a lot.
I'm absolutely sure it does. Emma, the sort of Shade Oak family is one that is absolutely steeped in what we're all doing here. There won't be a single person watching this tonight who hasn't either used a Shade Oak stallion or sent a mare to you or bought a mare off you or sold a foal to you. You're going to be involved in some way and will have touched just about everyone who's involved in this small but very special community. It's been a massive amount of hard work for you and Peter. Just tell me a little bit about the stud and where you're at now.
Obviously, David and Anne, they established it, and then Peter's come along. We've been married over 30 years, so I've been involved for over 30 years, and just very, very proud to do it. It takes over your life, and you know, it's just fantastic. Absolutely, I'm so proud. I'm absolutely wonderful. I can't thank everybody enough. It's just wonderful. Thank you.
And Pete, a massive team behind the scenes. I know because I know how hard you all work at Shade Oak, but a huge team behind the scenes as well, who presumably this year have had to work even harder than ever to make sure the show's kept on the road.
Oh yes, we're truly blessed at the moment. I think the workforce we have at the moment are excellent, and I've often said if I didn't have their support, we wouldn't carry on, because it is a team effort. And when you get into the middle of the stud season, it's extremely hard. You know, every day is not so much a grind, but it takes a lot of effort. And Emma and I are getting older, and certainly without the backup of people like Keith, and who runs the foaling unit, Sharon, who does all the stores, and Sarah and Yuri does the stallions, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it.
No, we're very, very lucky.
The good news is that Emma doesn't look any older. I just wanted to talk about a very special horse, and it's no exaggeration to say you kind of bet the lot on him, and you came up trumps, and that's Alflora. Just give me a little on him, because again he pushed British breeding to another level at a time when we badly needed a stallion like that.
I remember he followed a stallion called Gonna Be, and it was Gonna Be who really set the foundations for Alflora to come in. So Alflora owed a lot to Gonna Be, in the sense that it was Gonna Be that introduced us to the owners, and helped start his career. And then from then on, Alflora, the stud is based on Alflora. He built the stud and everything to go with it. And certainly from us, the enjoyment we had from watching his runners over the years was a huge part of why we do the job. You know, we miss him sadly, but even now, I think something like 10 of the broodmare base at Shade Oak is by Alflora. So he stays with us. We're moving into a different era now, and we look forward to perhaps one of the stars we have now, or one of the stands we have now, one day sort of emulating his achievements.
Well, I can only congratulate you both once again, and thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with Dartmouth and Scorpion and Telescope. And if you're still standing stallions and you've got great hope for them and they're young stallions, then that should give us all hope that the game has got a future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Emma and Peter Hockenhull. And Brian, thank you very much for that absolutely brilliant bit of hoodwinking. That's a masterful effort from Dr. Mayo. And, we'll all raise a glass to you. I wish I had something stronger.
Cheers.
Peter and Emma Hockenhull from Shade Oak Stud, the recipients of the Queen Mother's Silver Salver, and what a lovely note on which to end the evening. That completes, ladies and gentlemen,